All right, let's talk about what I would do from zero if I had to start from scratch. Funny thing is that I am going to start from scratch. I'm pretty broke right now, and I'm probably in the same situation as you. I am going to post videos on how I'm going to change this. I will become a millionaire. I'm going to show you how I start off. You probably are coming from a video where I quit my six-figure job. I started from Taco Bell, I got a six-figure job, and I quit. There's definitely arguments for both sides where, yeah, you probably could have stayed there for a little bit, but I'm not going to be happy, so I'd rather be happy and make less money. There's not much more to the argument than I'm happier now than I was at the six-figure job. If you say otherwise, then I don't know what to say. I'm literally just happier. Money isn't always gonna make you happier. Six-figure job is nice. Got income, you can comes with stability and everything. Yeah, you can force yourself into a six-figure job for the next 5, 10, 15 maybe years, invest, and you'll be good. I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste the next 5, 10, 15 years of my life when there's alternatives that can make you rich by scaling: YouTube, content creation, starting your own business, e-commerce store, coaching, consulting, any of these things. There's so many things. Like, we're in this generation where we honestly have endless possibilities. Even if you're like a middleman, you can middleman and just teach people how to do something. I was just watching this person that is telling boomers about ChatGPT and how much it helps, and he's selling this something so simple. Even just promoting products on like TikTok, there's literally endless ideas. There's so many people that think that anything online, if you make money online, it's a scam. Don't get me wrong, there are some scams, and you just have to do your due diligence. I'm not trying to tell you to go down any pathway, but all I'm saying is we have the opportunity. Because you're starting from basically nothing, you just want to find a job ASAP. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you start getting paid so you can get the bills paid. Just find anything. Literally take any job that you can. And a lot of you people say that it's hard to find jobs. I just think that you guys aren't trying. Just do the spam method. Even if you get hired at like Taco Bell, Burger King, and McDonald's, there's probably 100 in your area, and if you apply to all 100, you're going to get hired at one, guaranteed. I would find it highly unlikely that if you're applying to hundreds of jobs, you wouldn't find a job within a week or two. Now, once you at least have income and you can pay the bills, then it's time to look for something that I like to call like a tier two job. Anything that's not minimum wage, something that will give you a benefit on top of the hourly. So one would be like sales because you get commission. One would be serving because you get tips. Another one would be like any restaurant because you get food on top of that, meaning you don't have to buy food anymore. Even like valet, you get tips for that, like a bellman at a hotel or whatever. There's tons of jobs like this, and everywhere is different in the world, but you could find something like a warehouse job. I know Amazon starts at like $20. There's tons of jobs that you can get that would be like a tier two job that can take you from like $1,500 to like $2,000 to $4,000 every month. Once you have that first job, start looking for a tier two job ASAP. If you're having trouble, get two jobs maybe, but I would really suggest looking for a tier two job. And I'll probably make another video on some tier two jobs that would pay at least like 2 to 4K. I'll link that in the description because actually I'm going to make that video. So also keep in mind, I don't have any skills. I didn't go to college. I barely graduated high school. I'm looking for jobs that anyone can get. Every person that I talk to that is a server is getting at least $100 to $200 a night. And if you're working full time, 20 days and you're making 100 to 200, that's anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. That's already like $15 to $25 per hour with no experience. And the thing with sales is that sky's the limit because a lot of the sales jobs are commission based. Now, if you can get a job that pays you hourly plus commission, you're already going to be into that upper echelon of like the server level where you don't need that much experience. A lot of sales jobs are like door to door. Yeah, it sucks. You have to experience the suck to get your life in check. When you start from zero, you have to experience the suck for a little bit. If you do well at the sales job and you're selling, then you could easily be making like $4,000 a month, which is huge for no experience at all. I was looking at jobs earlier at just being the front desk at a dental office. Yeah, you get $17, but you need to take and pay like $2,500, take like 3 weeks of training. It's like, why do that when you can just be a server or get into sales? Sure, if you want something more, maybe more chill, laid back, you can go for that approach. But what I would do is go for something that just pays well off the bat. I don't want to do any training because most likely you're going to do the training and it's not going to be something that you want to do forever. So I just feel like it's a waste of money. For me, that's just how I feel. Everyone is different, so I don't blame you if you want to do that and go that route. Once you have that, whether it's like part-time or full-time, if it's part-time, you may want to find a second job. If it's full-time, that's perfect because you're probably making more than enough to survive and you'll have a savings. From there, we need to start finding some side hustles because we can't be working at Red Lobster forever. It'll be nice for the short time, but we need to make more money. We need to increase our savings. So there's a lot of side hustles you can do. I'm probably not going to get into any of them in this video. I did post a video of some guaranteed side hustles that will pay you at least $200 a month, and they're guaranteed. It's not side hustles like, oh, go start a pressure washing business and invest in all this equipment. Hopefully you make money and it's super high effort. No, the video that I made went over some very low effort things that you can do from home, things that you can do on your phone, and they'll pay you at least $100 to $200 extra per month, which is huge. If you can pay off your water bill, your electricity bill, your phone bill, that's huge. Something you don't have to worry about, and it's just adding to your savings. Once you have like a side hustle and like a stable job where you're making a decent amount to start investing, you can start investing in yourself. Not only can you start investing in yourself, you can start to trade some of your time for things that maybe will not guarantee you to make money, but it has the opportunity to take over anything. I'm just going to be going for random side hustles and other things that I can do that can scale. And by scale, it means that it's passive. It can make money while you're sleeping, and it doesn't require extra time to make more money. Like a normal job, if you want to make more money, you have to work overtime. But for something that scales, maybe you have to invest some more money in advertisements. If you spend more money on advertisements, then you'll make more money because more people will see your product that they'll buy. I'm going to be trying a lot of side hustles, so I'm not going to stick to one thing and just call it a day. I want this series to be as realistic as possible. I don't want it to be where I find one side hustle and it just makes me $10,000. If that works, I'll probably continue to do it, but I'm not going to count it towards the income. I want to try as many side hustles as I can and just figure out what works, what doesn't work, and just move from there, because that's not going to be the reality for 90% of people. The first side hustle they try is not going to, make them $10,000 a month. I want to go through the ringer. I want to go through the trial of fire, try as many things as I can, because part of life is failing. I want to show you that, it's not you try one side hustle and you're insta rich. That's not reality. I've tried a lot of side hustles and a lot of them I've just wasted money on. But I want to find the best way to do it. That's going to be the way to kind of get out of that tier 2 job, is turning that side hustle, whatever you find, that business, into the main income. Because you have the tier 2 job and the side hustle, you'll have savings. So you can afford to take time off, and you need a plan. And if you don't stick to it, then you're just going to get caught in this loop. Every single day that you get back from your tier 2 job, you're going to start looking for something that can scale. That can mean just watching YouTube videos. The reality that we live in, the generation that we live in, you can watch a YouTube video and learn pretty much anything. You can literally learn how to change an engine, the whole engine of a car, by watching a YouTube video. You can learn any of the higher level skills for free. Sure, if you get a course, maybe you'll learn it a little bit faster, but you can learn anything for free. And at this stage in time, you probably don't have too much money to invest. So you can just do research. Once you find that thing that can scale, you're making a lot of money, then you can quit the tier 2 job and you can make that one thing into something bigger. And that's kind of where I'll pause it, because I don't know where to go after that. But I feel like that's the point where you start investing. Once you have something that you enjoy doing, maybe, or something at least scalable, then you start investing, and then your money will start to work for you, and you just rinse and repeat. You just find things that will pay you while you're sleeping. Like investing, for example. Eventually get to a point where, you get this passive income. And once you're at this passive income level, you pretty much made it. All it takes from there is to just be conscious of where you spend your money, how you're investing things, take risks. And, there's definitely more to it than that, but that's as far as I can think of right now. And maybe I'll make like a second part to this, but anyways, that's how I would start if I had to start from zero. I'm going to be documenting me starting from $1,000 or less and potentially becoming a millionaire. I will be posting the first video probably sometime in January, so it's gonna be a while, because I want to start this journey on December 1st. And subscribe if you want to see the journey, and have a great day.